Dr. Nathalie, and this is my friend Christine. Hello, Christine.
Bonjour.
So today, what we're going to do is, I'm really excited because I've never done this before. So this week, I sent a video to Christine, and it was from drmercola.com, Kinetic Culture, actually. And he was demonstrating how to do fermented food, actually one of his staff was. And I've been wanting to do it, I've bought some recipe book and so forth. So send the link to Christine and she says, oh, this sounds exciting. So I cannot take credit for cutting all of this, she did it. And what we're going to do is we're going to share with you how to do fermented food. But before we do this, why would we want to ferment our food? Well, it is probably one of the best source of vitamin K2. Fermented food will be also really high in probiotic, which is amazing for our gut because our gut, our immune system is mostly in our gut. So if we keep the good bacteria happy in our gut, our health is going to be better. It also has a detoxifying effect. It's very cost effective as well, and it's probably even better than taking supplements of probiotics. But if you don't like the taste of fermented food, the next best thing would be to take probiotics. And the other cool thing as well is that it gives you even a wider variety of bacteria than that of a supplement would give you. So tons of benefit, and I can't wait to taste it. We've never done it, Christine, so it's not like we can tell you how it's going to taste. We're going to have to do another video in a week or so and share.
The taste test.
The taste test. So go ahead, Christine. Tell us what we're putting in there.
Okay, so basically what you need to do is you need to mince all the vegetables. We've minced 1 head of cabbage, 1/3 of sweet red pepper, 1.5 pounds of carrots, a large, actually half of a large sweet potato, and then 1.5 of these orange beets, and then 2 inches of ginger, half of a apple, a Granny Smith. You have half a bunch of parsley, and then a 1/4 bunch of cilantro. I think I've got everything.
And the celery.
Oh yes, and the celery.
And we use the juicer to do the celery juice without the fiber, right?
Exactly. And so basically the trick is to mince everything together in a bowl, and then we're going to add the juice.
Mm-hmm. But before we do this, the culture. So I went on Dr. Mercola's site, ordered the cultures kit because as I was looking for, reading some of the recipe book, it sounded really complex. So when I saw that on Dr. Mercola, I'm like, great, obviously he's trying to make it fast and effective for us. So it will be 4, I believe.
4. So basically you look at how many quarts of vegetables you're going to have. So it's 1 per 1 quart of vegetables. In this case, we have 4 quarts. So we're going to add 4 packets.
That's the extent of my job. It's not very hard.
And then while Nathalie is doing that, I'll add the parsley. And I will add the cilantro. Here. And one thing that I noticed is that the sweet red peppers, if you put that through a food processor, what it does is it kind of turns your pepper into juice. So you don't want to do that. I basically cut it by hand. And then I have little tricks for garlic.
Actually, do share. I don't know that.
Well, you know how hard it is to get this little skin off, right? So basically you just get rid of the little end. Okay, and then what I do is I put my knife like this and I just smash it with my weight. And then you easily remove the skin.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's so easy. That's wonderful.
No. So then you can just add it to your recipe and mince it up. And then the other thing that I got a little trick of is, we're often adding ginger because it's an anti-inflammatory. And so basically the ginger, you just take the side of your knife, and if you want to take the skin off, you just go like this. If you don't have a good knife, it doesn't, You can do the same with
Literally a spoon.
a spoon.
Awesome, because I put that in my smoothies in the morning, so I just put the whole thing, but I guess...
Well, you can remove the
Yeah.
skin, and it's fast. It doesn't take much time, and then it just goes that easy. And I find the ginger very often has little pieces everywhere. That if you try to do it with a peeler, you end up peeling your hands. So this is a lot faster. Doesn't take much time.
Fabulous.
And one of the things that I forgot to say in the beginning
Yes.
is that when you're mincing your cabbage, you have to keep some of these because we're going to be putting them on top of the container so that it creates some space for the fermentation to occur because it will leave some oxygen within the jar.
Ready?
Okay, ready.
So I guess we'll make a little
So now
bit of
it's
room.
time to get down and dirty.
So obviously, Christine, wash your hands.
Yes. So basically we're just going to mix it all up and we're going to add the culture mix. So just everywhere. And it's important to mix everything so that all the vegetables have the mix included within it.
And I think it's important, well actually, as I was pulling out the mason jar, it made me remember that my grandmother used to do that, and I think we're kind of going back to the basic, and I'm going to be doing a lot more canning in the summer, because being in Ottawa here, we don't have fresh vegetable. Gets pretty sparse in the winter for us, so I think I'm going to start doing that. And also, fermented food is not a new thing. I mean, if you look throughout history, there's a lot of different culture that had their different, and still do have their different fermented vegetables.
So I think
I just want to eat it right now.
I know it smells really
good.
good. Okay, so I believe I've mixed it enough. I'll just make one last try to make sure everything's gotten in there. Okay, and then we're going to take, it's a little bit messy, but then we're going to start with our jar. And we're just going to start, unfortunately I have the jar is, and you just start putting the mixture inside the jar. That'll be a great addition to a lunch.
Oh, I
And
can't
a
wait.
salad, mixed up with a salad.
Yeah, and if people are wondering when do you eat this, I mean, you can put a little bit on your, different meals. I would say though to start slowly introducing that in your diet. Just notice how your stomach and your digestion is doing. Because if you are having digestive issue and you go, and you eat quite a bit, it might. Your stomach or your digestive tract might let you know, so I think you want to test it out first.
Okay, and then we're just going to make sure you push everything inside the jar so you don't leave any air. Need a little bit of muscle.
I guess what did they call that? What did they call that thing? I can't remember the word. But there's probably something that's designed for that.
Oh,
this is
probably.
actually my Vitamix.
Well, in the kitchen, nothing matters as long as it does the trick, right?
That's true.
Okay, so then the next step is to take one of our cabbage leaves and then we just put it in there. And we put on top and then it creates your oxygen. And what's really important is not to put the lid on too tight. You have to give it room so that it lets because the fermentation will create carbon dioxide gases, so that's a little too tight.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so you're too many muscles there now.
So loosen them that way.
So just leave it loose, like you're doing any canning for anything, you just leave it loose. And then after you do that for 7 days, the fermentation will occur. And then you'll be able to tighten it up and then keep it in your fridge for about 3 months.
So for now, we can leave it kind of at room temperature. I
Yes.
think they said 85 degrees.
85 degrees.
Yes. So we'll
Yes.
leave it at kind of room temperature, and then in a week I'll put it in the fridge. Dr. Mercola also sell on his website lids to put on jar, which let the air go out so the smell's not as stingent. Because some people, might get offended with the smell. I don't know what it's going to smell like, so we'll soon find out. But that's another option as well. So.
Exactly.
Awesome. So how long would you say it took you to cut all the vegetables, Christine?
Well, I was alone.
I was alone.
I had my food processor, so it took about 45 minutes to just cut and mince everything. But you can get your kids involved. You can get the family involved, and everybody cuts a vegetable, and it'll go that much.
And we're going to have this is quite a bit. I think we're
yes.
going to have some fermented food for a while, and I think you and I should do another round in the summer when we get fresh produce for us from local farmers and so forth. So really excited, and I guess we will have to do a follow-up video while we're tasting what we've done.
Yes.
Again, this was Christine Tessier helping me do some fermented food, and as I said, I will not take the credit of cutting all the vegetables, and I'm excited and happy to have friends that always take on the challenge when I want to try something new. Thank you, Christine.
You're welcome.